It's Friday, September 6th, 2019, and it's time for the Friday Weekly Recap. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program to talk about anything you'd like to talk about. Could be weather, could be sports, could be current events, could be personal promotions. Certainly will be topic of the day. I am your host, Jim, and I will be here for about the next hour. My job to listen and learn to and about you. Joining is real easy. All you've got to do is point your browser to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, enter in that meeting number when it asks for it. You will come into my green room and I will bring you up. First come, first serve as time allows. I am live every Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Fridays, let me say that again, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you dig that sort of thing, or maybe you want to come on the show, absolutely hit that subscribe button right now and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. How are we this morning, folks? We've got Susan Hamilton in the house. Welcome. Absolutely wonderful to have you in. Wendell Live, always good to see you, my friend. Jesse Mendez, thanks for being here, my friend. Thanks for being here. Listen, it was quite the week. Quite the week this week. We had a lot of good shows. Let's talk about that, shall we? Monday night. Well, what else could we talk about Monday night? But of course, Labor Day, right? Yes, of course, Labor Day. Had a lot of people call in and talk about their Labor Day experiences. Always fun to hear how people, well, we learned a little bit, actually. We learned a little bit about what Labor Day means. We learned about why we celebrate it, how long we've celebrated it. And then we learned from my guests how they were celebrating their Labor Day, which was always awesome to hear. It's one of those antiquated holidays in my estimation, but hey, it's a federal day off, and it signifies the end of summer, so why the hell not, is what I say. And of course, Tuesday, I posed a question. What are your greatest pet peeves? What annoys you? And boy, did that elicit a lot of response. as humans, Gary Owens. I haven't heard that name, Jesse, in years, man. Years. But anyway, it turns out, who knew, there are just a ton of things that annoy people. You guys, if you haven't watched this show enough, certainly you know that there's no shortage of annoyances in my life. Hey, how you doing, Jelly Duck 100? Always good to see you, Ahmed. Yeah, there's no shortage of items in my life that don't bug the crap out of me. So much so, not in my life, but we had so much response on that. In fact, I had to turn away 2 or 3 people at the end of the evening, and we went long. So I've decided to bring that back for next week. So check the show reminders if you're watching this way into the future, why it's already in my category, my library there. So look for that as well. And of course, on Wednesday, I posed a question, and this was an interesting one. Very, very interesting one, in that as creators and even viewers, what I wanted to know from you folks is, when you go to support a channel, what do you prefer? What would you prefer? Or if you're a creator, how would you prefer to be supported? And that was the Cash or Share show, suggested by proxy by our good friend Lou Rock, who actually posed that question in another live stream. And I thought, what a great subject for a show. Now, I have since, 2 days later, I have since come to the realization, with the help of Susan Hamilton, that there is there is something arguably as important, and that's just watching. And believe me, and I said this in the comments, and I mean it wholeheartedly. That is arguably the highest praise. If someone watches an entire show of yours and enjoys it, and then decides to watch more, I can't think of a better way to support your favorite creator. And she was right to point that out, because I hadn't considered that in the setup to that particular show. So thank you, Susan, for that. That was something that opened my eyes, and I always knew it, but it was like, why didn't I bring that into the discussion? Because not everyone can share. Not everyone has social media, especially those of you folks who don't even have YouTube accounts, and you're just watching YouTube to learn and or be entertained. So let us never forget that is arguably one of the most important ways that, one, we can support, and two, we can be supported. Now, always leave a like, please, for these content creators that you really enjoy. I try to, and it's hard to remember. That's why I don't mind at all when people remind me to subscribe or like a particular video, because it is sometimes you're just so into the content you don't even think about hitting that thumbs up button. So think about the people who don't even have YouTube accounts, who are watching YouTube videos, who can, well, they're going to have trouble liking it because they're going to ask to be signed, or they're going to be asked to be, or to sign in. Well, that was easy for me to say. Hey Ed, how you doing? Flash in the pan. Flash in your pan is in the house. So yeah, make sure that you appreciate your viewers as well as I do, an unbelievable amount. But anyway, that was a very interesting conversation, I thought, with several creators, in that it turns out that the share is more valuable than cash. And that's, hey, how you doing, Jade? Prev? I don't know how to say that last name, man. Well, Jade, welcome to the show. Wow, I'm going to have to work on that in my brain for a minute. Maybe I'm just not seeing it well. Well, I appreciate the subscription, Jade. I really, really do. And I hope you enjoy your time with us. And of course, this show is wide open. I allow all good people on to talk about whatever they'd like to. And of course, I'd like to get into the subject as well. And we will get with our first guest just as soon as, what is the point of share? The point of share is twofold. One, it shows such enjoyment of that content creator's content that you're willing to share it with your friends, family, and tribe, right? And not only that, but it lasts forever. So it exposes that creator to an audience that they normally wouldn't be. And then all of those people who have the potential of enjoying that same content. I'll use this show as an example. I want as many people to be exposed to the show as possible. If they don't want to watch this sort of content, that's cool. That is absolutely fine. But who knows? You're going to find people in that group, in any group, who enjoys that particular content that was shared. And that is really the point, because it's exposure to an audience that doesn't even know you exist. And I think that's very important, certainly as a creator, because you want more exposure, you want more people involved, you want to have more fun with whatever it is you're doing. Sharing is a form of caring. Absolutely, Ed. Absolutely. And I find it extraordinarily important because of the reasons I just mentioned, of course, but it really, really helps out a content creator. It really does. From an exposure standpoint, not necessarily a stats, which is where the viewing and the likes and that sort of thing falls into. But yeah, if I try to share whenever I remember, or whenever it's content and I think that some of the people that I know would really enjoy, or I've got a creator who is really looking for exposure, I'll share it. Why not? I mean, I don't share them all, but I share quite a few. And that's from someone who's not necessarily a social media bug. I begrudgingly use social media, and it's usually for just two purposes. One is contact with people I would normally have contact with, and contact with those friends and family I do want to have contact with, but that happens to be the best means. And the other one is promotion, right? I mean, let's be real about this. Self-promotion, or promotion of ventures that I use it for bands all the time. Whenever I play in a band, I'll fire up a social media account, well, several for it, and I'll just broadcast it. And that's the exact same thing. I mean, this is marketing 101. You want to be exposed to as many people in your target audience as possible so that they know you exist, and then they can make the determination whether or not that product, and this is a product, what we're doing right here is a product, whether that product is right for them. So, one more day before we get you up here, Jess. All right. So Thursday, I brought back a subject, and this was by request, and that was, what do you collect? Part deux. Did that for a very good reason, because I had several requests. The first one coming from Emmanuel Gaffi, who wanted to, he didn't get in on the discussion, which I thought was strange, but he really enjoyed the show, and he thought, it'd be a good idea to bring it back. And so did a couple of the people. So I thought, okay, why not? Good morning, Mad Cow Mark. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the show. Pleasure to have you here. So anyway, that was a good show, because it's always fun to hear what people collect. Now, Jesse scared me a little bit, because he's one of those guys, kind of like me, where you just almost collect everything, and it's hard as hell to get rid of it. Now, we did learn from Jesse that he has sold quite a bit of it, so we're all feeling better now about that. And of course, that brings us to today, the Friday morning Friday weekly recap. So easy for me to say, in that I kind of go over these all around, and make sure that anyone who may have had an input on one of those shows, but either didn't have a chance to call in for whatever reason, has a chance to call in and talk about it now. And of course, this is also for my my European audience friends over across the pond. This is a much better time for them. I know it's about 3:00 in the afternoon, I think, for most of them, and that's why on the thumbnail you see the map of Europe, of course, and that's why I do these shows. So thanks everyone for joining us, and for those of you who are just joining us or joining us in midstream, it's real easy. All you've got to do is go to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and when it asks for, put in that meeting number right there. You'll be in the green room, and I'll bring you up first come, first serve, as time allows. Speaking of which, let's do this. Do I even have to modify my title? Yes, I do. All right. Let me do that just a minute here. Oh, there's no X in your name, man. Okay. And we will bring on our first guest here and see what we may have missed over the week for this good friend. How are you, Jesse?
All right. Good morning.
What's that?
I said good morning.
Good morning to you, man. Good morning.
All right. Well, I did not get a chance. Well, actually, I didn't really want to call in that night because I wasn't sure, about the topic, because as you know, I'm not really a creator. I did air quotes too, by the way.
Here, I'll do them for you. There we go.
Because I use my YouTube for other reasons, right?
Sure.
You were talking about, do you want money over shares or shares over money? It's always great to get that happy medium, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of some shares. For me, and I'm more of a YouTube viewer than a creator. For me, what turns me off is when they come on, oh, please share, please do this, share, subscribe. Oh, and they're very obvious about their desperation, let's say. So I think that because I know, some people don't like to say, well, share to my channel, subscribe. It's like, they feel like they're begging. I think it's more how you do it. It's like in sales, it's how you approach it, right? How you approach that sale.
That is so true. That is so true.
That's what you're doing, right? You're selling your product, which is, your mug and your brain. And the mug. That mug. I wasn't talking about that mug.
Well, I had to get a shameless plug in there.
Of course. But see, now that's the difference between coming up and Jim going, sticking your mug right up in front of the camera, says, get my mugs, I need it to build this channel, like in your face, buy it or get away.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. This is more fun when you do a shameless plug like that. That's more apt to get someone, to go, hey, that's a cool mug. I think I'll get one. You know?
Yeah. And I do that on purpose, Jesse, because and I feel exactly the same way you do, man. Some can go overboard, and a lot of people don't even realize they're doing it. I would prefer, and I've said this 100 times too. If somebody's actually going to support, if somebody wants to support financially, I say go out and get some merch of your favorite creators. Go sign up for their subscriptions. That way you get something for it, and you're not giving you to all the money.
I just saw how you wrote my name.
I did.
Touch on that. What's worse? You see my last name, You see my last name, Mendez.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple, right? Mm-hmm. Mendez. We all know how to speak English, right? Mendez.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how many times my name is mispronounced.
Really?
Seriously. Mendez, Mendoza, Menendez. Oh, I love that one. But the one that got me is I was at a car dealership looking at getting a new car, a pickup truck, right? Guy comes up and shakes my hand. I introduce myself. I write my information down, right? He's got all my information. My name is written down, right? He comes back to me, Mr. Rodriguez. I said, now, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt me, right?
Yeah. I
said, Mr. whoever you are, goodbye. Yeah. He goes, what's wrong? I says, I'm not going to buy a car from you. I wouldn't buy crap from you. He says, what's wrong? I says, look at my name. Your piece of paper that you wrote down, and I saw him write it down right. He goes, oh, Mr. Mendez, I apologize. Yeah, too bad.
Too little, too late.
Yep. Adios. And this was like 3 years ago. I get birthday cards. I get deals from the same dude.
He's trying to atone for his past mistakes, man.
I just came on about because I did not come on that show, and I mostly because I just wanted to listen, and don't beg either. Right.
Don't beg.
I know. I see some people get on their channels and in other chat rooms and beg for some. Oh, please come, please come, please come.
I'll go one further on that, Jesse. Don't demand either.
Right.
Oh man, how many streams have you gone into and people are like, hey, put this on your community tab. Hey, share this out right now. That sort of thing.
Right.
Nope.
And their content ain't worth that.
That's right. Well, Mr. Rodriguez, thanks for being on.
Well, thanks for having me on, Mr. Smith.
That's funny. That's funny you say that, man, because I remember being in AIT and doing a mail call, and the poor bastard up front, he wasn't. You might want to get that, man.
No, I quit.
Oh, okay. I figured it's probably for you. Uh,
No.
but anyway, poor bastard up front, man, was having such a hard time with mail call, and he was literally spelling out Smith and Jones rather than reading it out. I felt real bad for him.
What? I'm missing something there.
Oh, we were
What
just
was?
talking about screwing up names, and
Oh,
yeah, and you know, you get to that was probably the worst thing I've ever seen as far as somebody trying to pronounce last names. Well, he wasn't even giving it a shot. He
oh.
was SMITH, and it's like, oh, you poor bastard.
So they gave the illiterate the job of handing out mail at mail call.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, didn't they?
Menendez? That had to suck too, because there are some names that are, well, we've got one in here, and I still haven't figured out how to say it. But anyway,
Maybe I'll get off and have them call in. What do you think?
hey, great, do it.
All right. Wait, you don't have to push.
Well, that's what I have you guys around for, man, to help me get people up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on up and tell us how you pronounce your name. I was gonna go. It's pronounced like it's pronounced. I was gonna type in the chat room. It's pronounced like, and then type his name in, and then
Yeah, just like that. Oh,
yes.
oh.
Got it.
Oh, man.
Man.
Well, thanks.
Yep. I'll let somebody else come in. You probably got, well, that you didn't tell me you didn't have anybody waiting last night, or I would have stayed out another 15 minutes easy.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, and I probably should mention that so that more people will. But yeah, sometimes I forget to do that.
Yeah, because that would have been the time where you say, well, there's nobody calling in right now. Maybe if somebody calls in,
right.
Self-promote.
Mental note, man. Mental note.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Especially if your wonderful guest is getting ready to leave and you got nobody in the waiting room, you got to keep them on there.
I know, dude. I know. And I tried last night, as a matter of fact.
Not with me.
Yeah, we talked longer than normal. I'm like,
Right, but you didn't say there was nobody waiting.
Well, that's true.
If I would have done that, I wouldn't have gotten off so quick.
That's
I
true.
was having fun.
That was a faux pas on my part.
Okay, don't let it happen again.
All right, man.
Talk to you later.
All right, thanks, Jess.
Yep.
Oh man, he's right. He's right. I should be mentioning that because I do want to stay on for about an hour at a time. That way, and most of you folks who have been here for a while know that I'm just trying not to burn you out, and I don't want to burn out myself. 6 days a week is quite the commitment, and that just that makes it. Hey, awesome epic adventures. How you doing? Welcome to the show. We also have Chili Man, throwing out a let's go and grow. Which we all know that this is not one of those streams. Now, if you guys want to check out channels while you're here, by all means do so. In fact, I do that all the time. I encourage it. But, it's one of those things. Subscribe to your tastes and expect others to do the same. That is all that can be hoped for. It never works when it's forced, and it never works when you're just doing it to appease or to get something in return. So, Gaffa Haynes, how you doing? Good to see you. Have I missed anyone else? I hope not. I absolutely hope not. Mad Cow Mark says, don't know why. I collect a lot of things. My most weird, a lot of things. My most weird is I have thousands of chicken wishbones taken from many chickens of many years. It drives my wife crazy. I have bags of wishbones. Dude, that is bags of wishbone bags of wishbones. There's a song title in there or a band name or something. That's cool. That is very cool. Had something to say and I don't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me when we bring up our next guest. And I'm working on a way to make my titling easier. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that very soon. Let's see what our old buddy Angel has got to say. Angel, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
Good, good. Still sporting the Flex Seal shirt, I see.
Yeah, but I wish I had more like of these tank tops in the varieties. But I'm pretty sure I can find these maybe a clothing store. But I'm not talking about like the Flex Shoe one. I'm talking about other forms of tank tops, whether it be just a generic or one of just one color.
Sure, sure. A lofty goal, but go for it, man.
Thank you. I see you're still sporting that the awesome mustache of yours.
Yes. Did you hear the story about my beard? I was growing it out. Probably a 4 or 5 day growth, and it looked just like, this area of my goatee. And it just made me look old. And at my age, you don't want anything to make you look old.
Well, I guess my bedhead is making me look old. I guess it's time for a ageless shower.
Yeah. So what brings you on today, Angel?
I just want to talk about the streams that I missed. I wanted to come on yesterday, but I kind of suspected that you had other guests coming on because I know Raven, the commentator, wanted to come on. And I thought she was in the lineup of people, and because when it comes to topics like collections, pet peeves, there are several people that want to talk about their collections, their hobbies, and their things that bother them. Because you've had so many subjects over the past few months that you've had so many people want to come on and speak about, but you were only able to fit like 3 or 4 people in the hour time span that you allow yourself to.
That's true. That's true. And that's one of the reasons for this show right here. And
Yeah.
Of course, Angel, you know as well as anybody that even on a regular weeknight show with a separate topic, if somebody found a show that I had months ago and wanted to talk about it, I have zero problem with that at all. I welcome it, as a matter of fact. And I wanted to get that out for everyone. So, we're not tied down to whatever the subject matter is. I would say that any time or any subject. That's why I say when I open the show, we can talk about anything. We can talk about, personal projects. We can talk about the weather. It doesn't matter.
Like something that is going on in your personal life that can be helped by your friends, as long as it's nothing that is too bothersome for some people, because there are some people who talk about their personal life beyond a certain expectation or beyond a certain boundary.
That's true. That's true. And sometimes I do have to put the brakes on, when that happens.
And I saw you do that as putting the brakes on me.
Well, that was on Flex Seal. Somebody said not sponsored in the the chat, and I said, "Yep, not sponsored."
I won this tank top that was part of the prize package I won back in 2017 because Flexio was having a video contest to see what you use their products for, and I took a picture and video of a old dining chair that I had that was wooden and spray painted it with their Flexio blue color spray stuff, and I decided to show them my creation. And believe it or not, I was the only person that entered that contest, and I was the only winner. So I received a 1 gallon can of Flexio liquid, 4 cans of their Flexio stuff, 4 cans of their Flex Shot, and a few other prizes. And I also requested if they could send me a few sample rolls of their new Flex tape because it was introduced in 2017. They sent me a full-size roll.
Really?
And they also included a Flexio hat, a Flexio tank top, and a Flexio wooden thing. Because sometimes people use those wooden things with the face mask and such. They included one of those with the picture of Phil Swift in it. And that was like the weird how I was the only person there that entered.
I'll be damned. That's so cool, Angel. So you're almost sponsored by Flex Seal.
Oh no, because I was the only person that entered.
That's true. That's true. Oh man. Oh how
But I do want to talk about like, would you prefer donations or share your content? Well, for me, every so often I would appreciate a donation from people because as creators, we are trying to get our stuff more expanded, like from better equipment to better stuff. And sometimes as creators, we have our own lives that requires our own personal money to go towards. And sometimes having a helping hand, getting the stuff you need to make your channel better, like a better microphone, a better software to edit videos or edit thumbnails with, or even to simply show you your appreciation to certain creators that you enjoy is even the goodest of things. So every so often I would appreciate a donation, but for me, if I want to try and get my watch hours up, I would like people to share my content so that way I could try to apply for monetization, because I'm not monetized yet. I'm pretty sure you surpassed the 4,000 watch hours already, and you wouldn't care about being monetized either because you just want to get that community tab.
That's right. That's right. A good memory, Angel. Absolutely. And you're right. I have passed the 4,000 hours of watch time. Don't have the 1,000 subscribers just yet, but yeah, I have no desire to be monetized as long as YouTube can't nail down the rules, right? Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, Susan Hamilton, yes, you do have a channel. In fact, you've got 9 subscribers, hon. You have no content, but you absolutely do. When you have a YouTube account, you automatically get a channel attached to that.
Yeah, well, actually, when you automatically create a Google account, not a YouTube account, a Google account.
That's true.
Because Google has all their platforms rolled into one when you create an account, like their Google Play Store, their Google Photos,
right,
and anything that Google is related to. And back then, when you created an account, you automatically got a Google Plus account as well, which has now since so long been gone.
Yeah, yep, exactly right. Well, congratulations on the 9 subscribers, Susan. You're doing very well with no content.
Susan.
I know. That's awesome, though. And I would say, going back to the cash, share, or view, which is what I should have said. I would say any support at all is the best kind of support. I know that wraps it up into a nice, neat little bow. But it's true. It's absolutely true. And like anything else, use your power of choice. If it's content that you don't care about, don't watch it, don't subscribe, don't share, don't do anything like that. That's my mantra.
And a lot of times when people subscribe to me, it's all because people expect me to subscribe to them back, and that is a form of sub for sub. Exactly. If you expect me to get you back, or if you request me to get you back by leaving a comment on my channel or on one of my videos, you're basically doing the whole sub for sub thing.
That's true, Angel. That's true. And we all know how bad sub for sub can be.
Yep, and a lot of times whenever people just ask, I just ignore it and just wait down the road until I am ready myself to go back to them. Because when they instantly ask for it, I just go, ee. And try to make the little noise that Family Feud makes whenever someone doesn't say an answer that's on the board and they get that little X.
Oh, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
But the other thing I wanted to talk about yesterday that I thought you had a lot of guests for, because it looked like you had so many people in the lineup for their collections. And I think I spoke a bit, but maybe it was on your hobby stream.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, the thing that I do enjoy collecting is, like I talked about before, movies. I like collecting DVDs, Blu-rays, and the burned copies of shows and such, because I have a burned copy of Kitchen Nightmares that I bought off of some website where the person transferred onto a DVD hard disk. Believe it or not, I also have a whole slew of other things. Because let me share it right quick.
Well,
no. Just wait. I'm not gonna play anything. I'm just gonna show you because my little external hard drive that I have plugged into my computer has a whole slew of TV shows and movies like Alias, Caught on Camera, Flipping Boston. A lot of these are reality shows, and there's a few animated shows like Lilo and Stitch the series and such, and Undercover Boss and White Swap. I like to collect TV shows and movies in a digital format and put it on an external hard drive.
oh, I see. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, if you were like worried I was gonna like do anything, nah, I know you, Jim. I wouldn't do anything. So yeah.
Oh, no, Angel.
As another side collection is turning the physical stuff into a digital format.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't do anything like that. I thought I had sharing turned off though. That can be dangerous though. You never want to give people any desktop information sometimes, and you didn't, of course, which was nice. But
no, because believe it or not, I use it for my own use of like YouTube and just gaming, because this is a gaming laptop. But there's no personal information that I would ever put on my computer, and oftentimes, whenever there is personal information, I just delete it and empty it for my recycle bin.
Okay, good. All right, buddy. Any other of those show topics you want to cover before I bring up Ed?
I wish he would change his name from Flash in Your Pan to Flash in Your Pants.
Oh, Angel, see?
Because I know Ed is Flash in Your Pan.
We had to go there, didn't we?
You had to go there. I need to add some humor to this Friday morning stream of yours. But in the end, Ed is a terrific person, and I'm trying to like not laugh too much from my own comment. Sometimes you can't help but laugh at your own jokes.
Oh man, nobody loves my comedy more than I do.
I wonder who loves their comedy more, because the other one that I want to touch on that you did earlier this week was Labor Day. Because for me, Labor Day is even though I don't have a job, Labor Day is just like a extra day that you can take off, and a lot of people who are supposed to have a day off have to work still, because companies and businesses still run on Labor Day, and there's some businesses that don't run, like legal services and such, that closes on Labor Day. But a lot of places like Walmart, fast food places, and the place that my brother worked that was open on Labor Day. And so basically, for me, if Labor Day meant something a while back, it doesn't mean anything now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it is one of those days, like I said, that has probably it had its day, and it's fine to have. Now it's just a federal holiday, which doesn't carry the same meaning as say Independence Day or Memorial Day, but it's nice to have a day off in the end of the summer, right?
Yeah, it's nice to have a day for the end of the summer, especially for parents who are spending their last few days with their kids. Because I know in a lot of states, school for both college and K through 12 start in August, but there are some states that have school, specifically K through 12, start in September.
Yes, absolutely. Cool.
Because the schools that I went to when I was in K through 12 always started in the first full week of September or the second week, because this month is the first full week because the first started on this past Sunday.
Very good. Yeah, it changes all the time, Angel. Changes all the time. Well, listen, buddy, thanks so much for coming on.
No problem, and Ed, you can flash in my pants anytime.
Oh, Angel.
I love you, man.
You have a good weekend, buddy.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, that Angel. Ed gets to comment on that here soon. Let's oh my. You never know what's going to happen, especially especially on this show. I want to say hello to Blazer Chaser. How you doing? Good to see you. Just have to say I've given the Flex Seal chance after chance, and it sucks. Oh, Blazer Chaser's had some bad experience with Flex Seal. Looks like Fiber Fix It is way better. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. Susan wasn't no cam again. Oh man, you guys are killing me. You guys are you don't have to subscribe to Susan. But hey, we're gonna highlight Susan's page just in case Susan ever decides to create content. That is Susan Hamilton right there. She's got 9 subscribers. She's on her way up. I'm not a support channel, but Susan's one of the good ones. All right, guys, let's bring up yet another still photo. Ed, are you there?
I'm here.
Now you sound depressed, dude.
Oh, I'm still shaking my head.
Aren't we all? How you doing? How you doing this morning, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Be kind of hot with the flash in my pants, Angel.
Yeah, we're not uncomfortable at all.
No. Oh, I don't have my cam on, but I'm using my video calling tab.
Oh, here, I'll simulate it. You know, the funny part about that is
that was about perfect too.
Was it? The sweet nectar that is black coffee. Oh,
I love it.
Man, I don't know how I get through a day without it. And I don't know the last time I did go through a day without it, Ed. How about you?
I can't remember that far back.
I know.
It seems like you, Toledo Jazz, Gana Banana, myself, we just love the coffee. That's right, brother. Hot,
yeah.
Black.
Hot and black. Nothing else in it.
I don't like iced coffee. I've tried that crap. If I'm going to have an iced anything, it's going to be a chocolatey, very chocolatey shake.
There you go. Yes. And I'm with you, Ed. I don't like iced coffee at all.
I think, Blaster Chaser, but at work, it would be like cut, nail, measure, or I should say measure, cut, nail. So,
I'd like to say I'm not lost, but I'm totally lost. By the way, how are you not working right now, dude?
Well, you know, the communication on the job is by far the best. But I drive 40 minutes to work. And the foreman of the job has to leave early. There's only 2 of us. Plus, we don't have our siding in yet because the siding we had was, the color looked more like baby puke yellow.
Ooh.
Or baby poo yellow. And the owner, when we had a couple more hands, now there's just 2 of us. And it's never good to be on any job, especially a job where I'm up on roofs and high up, working alone.
Yeah.
By
the way, I know that color. I had a Pinto that color one year. Yeah, with a white vinyl top. You know, one of the shorty vinyl tops. One of the ugliest cars I've ever owned.
Hot green tea is good. Also, Earl Grey and a few others.
That's something I've never gotten into, was teas.
When I'm feeling down, I kind of cut off coffee and I'll drink hot, very hot teas.
Interesting. Does it help?
Little honey. Yeah, it helps.
You know, I really should. I've heard so many good things about tea with honey. Yeah, sorry, Jesse, it was a Pinto. One of 3 Pintos I've owned in my day. I'm somewhat ashamed. You know, I'm not ashamed to say that, because I tell you what.
Was that your favorite DeLorean design?
Yes, it was. That would be so cool for somebody to take a Pinto and actually turn it into a Back to the Future car, as a parody car. But I've heard so many good things about people who drink tea with lemon and how it affects their singing voice. I should really look into that.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, I abuse myself far too much, and I think treat myself a little kind would be nice. So that's why I'm armed, because of the Pinto? No. That would be an odd thing to arm yourself for. Hey, I own 3 Pintos, so now I carry. Oh, Placer Chasers says his very first car was a Pontiac Fiero. That was a car that had a lot of promise and really didn't deliver. It did in the styling department for its day, but it didn't deliver in the performance department, as I understand. Placer Chaser, my first car was a 70 Mustang Mach 1, and I still have it to this day. It's in pieces, but I still have it. It will be put together once again sometime soon. I'm sorry, Ed. I've derailed the conversation. What did you want to talk about one of the shows we had?
Oh, no worries. I had a cough fit for a second.
Oh, well, we'll wait for you.
So it worked out well.
You okay? Oh, he's muted his mic.
I will be.
You what?
I will be.
That's going on the promo reel.
Uh-oh. Jesse.
No, Placer Chaser. I'm in Indiana. Well, we're gonna forge right through Ed's pain here. I'm in Indiana. Ed's in Ohio. Jesse's in Ohio, as you know, I'm sure.
What?
and while Ed talks to the wife, I'd like to invite you all to come on Sunday evening for the Sunday Smash, which is an open panel, and all good people are invited to come on that panel. I know some people don't like panel shows. Oh, I know what I was going to say about the cash and share. The beg portion that we were saying, it sucks to beg, and it sucks to or it sucks to see people beg, and it sucks to see people demand that you share or support the channel in some way. I don't know how many of you've noticed, but I've actually killed Nightbot. No more Nightbot. Yes, Placer Chaser. I had planned to at least come down for a day for the last one, but I just couldn't. 1, I had my granddaughter all weekend. 2, threw my back out Saturday, and there was just no way. It just wasn't in the cards, my friend. But it will happen. It absolutely will happen. Ed, you okay now? Everything all right? Nope, not yet. Okay.
Back.
Oh, good. How you doing, man?
Oh my goodness. I'm doing much better.
Good. Was that Judy I heard?
Yeah, she has the newborn grandchild with her. And
Oh.
I'm not on cam because laundry's going in the back here in the studio.
You should have it in there, man. You'd look like an old Rush stage.
Oh, brother. Let me me see. I missed the Labor Day show because I was on the river with Placer Chaser, Toledo Jazz,
Yep.
Dano the Mano, and his other half, and a whole slew of other prospectors and friends and people I haven't seen since last Labor Day. It's kind of like a prospecting rocktown treasure hunting rendezvous.
Extravaganza.
Pretty much. Then I think I called him Wednesday, so you got my perspective on cash or sharing.
Yep.
Even though what Angel touched on a little today, where it is nice. Laundry's done.
Oh, I thought it was the turkey. Okay, laundry's done.
and you know, when you want to up your game, it costs money.
Yes.
And anyone who does this like we have, you, yourself, myself, Placer Chasers Channels New, and several others, they'll know the more you want to do, the more it costs. And, you know, it helps subsidize. But like I said before, sharing would be the number one.
Yeah.
It's like, what would you rather have? Subscriber numbers or view count and attention ratio?
That's a good point, Ed. That is an absolutely good point. And go ahead.
Oh, I would take view count and especially attention ratio.
Oh, yeah.
Which, again, Susan Hamilton's phenomenal. She's so awesome. I gained a binge watcher, and now it's great. She's binge watching others now in this community. And I've also gained a subscriber, I would say a friend, a new prospector, and shoot, another member of our community, the Flash fam. So
isn't that great?
I think it's totally awesome.
I mean, she's been binge watching my stuff too, and no higher compliment as far as I'm concerned, honestly. She's not doing it because she wants me to get more watch time. I'm almost certain of that, or you as well. I think she enjoys the content and she goes through it, and I think that is just fantastic, just fantastic.
Yeah, and I would have to give our friend Crystal a little bit of a thank you for that.
Oh.
Isn't it through Crystal Vanner that Susan Hamilton found all of us?
I don't know, Susan. That's a great question to pose to you. How did you hear about us? And when I say that, I know there's more than that, because you know, she's been watching a lot of Tony Viewed This stuff,
Right.
and mine and yours. So she says yippers. So yeah, it was Crystal Vanner. That's awesome. Love Crystal.
Well, thank you, Crystal Vanner.
Thank you,
She's
Crystal
cool
Vanner.
too, you know,
She's
I haven't seen her around much lately.
No, as a matter of fact, she had some sort of a secondary problem. You remember when she had that problem where she had to help her boy out and sell her first van?
Right.
Well, she bought another one, and everything was okay for a while when she was building it, and then she kind of went silent for a while. Came back, said there were some things that she didn't want to talk about, but she's going to start producing videos again. So some sort of life change happened to Crystal, and we're waiting to see how that pans out. But no pun intended.
Hey, it's all right, buddy. I hope it pans out golden for her.
Hey, I like that. Yes, absolutely. That's cool. And I
Because
hope
you know there's nothing like a flash in your pan.
Ooh, Ed, did you notice? Oh, there you are, man.
Oh, hey. No, your
Yeah.
head was blocking it.
Yeah, well, it swings out of the way every once in a while, and that shelf is new. It's a glass shelf, and I thought, I've got too many 3D items that I'd like to display on occasion, and so I installed that a few days ago, and I thought, okay, there we go. But now you're right, it is blocked by my head, but occasionally you can see it. There she is, because I do swing around quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a good spot. You're kind of like me and my walls out in my shed. If you look, I'm sure Susan noticed it. The wall just accumulates more crap on it like my floor does.
And by the way, for those of you who don't know, that's Ed's mug right there. That's Flash in Your Pan mug right there on the back shelf.
Yeah, we exchanged them the first time we met.
That's true.
In Indiana, go prospecting.
Yep. It was a wonderful day. It was a little chilly, but man, that was a good day.
Oh yeah, this season has been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Got out early in the season, wintertime actually. January 5th was our first day out on the stream.
Mm.
And then we got that cold snap, and of course, we, unless we want to break ice, and we've done that before, but then early March was that outing, wasn't it, or mid-March?
Oh man, I don't remember the dates on that.
No.
Yeah, but I'm horrible at timelines for some reason.
In last night's show, I just sat and watched.
Did you?
And listened to Jesse. Because, I was on the first collectible show, and I had a pretty decent spot.
Oh, yeah.
Always adding to my wall too, Susan. I got a couple new signs I'm going to be adding to it. One says, welcome to Camp Quitcha Bitchin'. This is a happy camper zone or something like that. Happy camper area. Something like that.
I know those signs.
I bought it at Gold Rush Days, and one that says Gold Rush 2019. Gold Rush Days 2019. So,
I'm actually going to fire up the CNC here very soon, maybe this weekend, and start making more signs.
Oh, cool.
So you may see them on the back wall here. I don't want to promise anything, but yeah, I got the itch again. And I've got to do it. Got to do it. I haven't even installed my laser etcher on that thing yet. I've got a laser head for that, and I have not even thought about putting it on. I've had it for like 8 months now.
You should do that.
Yeah. I want to try to burn some lettering into things, and actually because I was making the PA speakers. I've got those plaques on the back. They're aluminum plaques that are powder coated. I want to be able to etch the powder coating off exactly how I want it to be, like logos and specs for that particular speaker, that sort of thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward for jacking with that, because it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. A lot of work though.
What are your plans for the weekend?
This weekend, I don't really have anything lined up. Although it is my son's birthday, Sunday, so that's what's that? I'm a junior. He's a third.
Third. Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, Ghana. And I also want to get a banana. I also want to say hello to Andrew Frying Pan and Posh Notions. How you doing, guys? I appreciate you being here. But yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to end up with a panel show tonight. I'm hoping that we're going out to dinner that night, and who knows what that'll lead to. So any of you that looking forward to the Sunday Smash this weekend, make sure you check back quite often, because I'll let you know whether or not it's going to go on or not.
What, Sunday or tonight?
Sunday night. My regular panel show.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing tonight. That's why we're doing this now, so I can have my Friday nights free. I need
Yeah,
a beer.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I need a beer so bad you don't even know, Ed. I haven't had any beer since my back went out, and I really want to drown that pain in some nice smooth bubbly alcohol.
Oh, have you tried CBDs yet?
No, not yet. And that's only because, well, two reasons. One, I want to find out what the hell is the matter with it. That's why I'm going to have that MRI next week.
Yeah.
Once I find out what's wrong with it and they can tell me how best to treat it, I'm going to look into CBD oil as a supplement to that treatment, whatever it is, whether it's physical therapy. I don't want to go through surgery. It could be nothing. Could be a cortisone shot every 2 or 3 years or something silly like that. I just don't know, and that's the problem. I just don't know. But I see CBD oil as being part of that, and I'm going to vape it in a separate tank, and see if
Well,
that helps
kind
as
of
well.
like how Jesse does.
Yes, exactly,
Now,
exactly.
now, if it has any vitamin E in it, don't vape it
Why is that?
because they're having a lot of issues. Vitamin E is not good to inhale.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been on the news lately because it's in a lot of THC juices for vape.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
There's some sickness related to it.
Mm,
So,
interesting. Well, good to know, Ed. Thanks for that, man.
so
I will
well,
I will
I'm
indeed do some research on that before I go down that road.
okay.
Cool.
And it's always good to do some thorough research and when it comes to CBD oils in general and the laboratories that make them because no, they are not all equal.
That's true. That's true. And Jesse even says that he mixes his, and I remember him saying that he mixes it with the regular vape juice.
Right.
And Jesse, remember I told you that some of the studies I read was that the nicotine breaks down the CBD oil. So you may look into splitting those up. What I intended to do was just to have a separate tank. And for those of you who are wondering, this on top of here is the tank. That's where the juice is held and where the atomizer, the coil actually vaporizes it. I'm going to have a separate tank that is just CBD oil, so it doesn't break down even have a chance to break it down. So it may not, but better to look into it, Jesse.
Now, do you use what is it? Glucose, a vegetable glucose, or
Vegetable glycerin.
glycerin?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking glucose.
I don't either. Yeah, vape juice is primarily made up of vegetable glycerin. Why am I forgetting the second big ingredient?
There's another type of glycerin they use also, right?
No. Oh my Lord, what is that second ingredient? It's VG and PG. VG stands for vegetable glycerin. The other one is I know this like the back of my hand, and I cannot think of it off the top of my head.
Jesse.
Somebody type in. It just left me again. Glycol.
It's right there.
It is right on the edge of my tongue, and I just can't think of what it is. But propylene glycol. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Ganna. I just saw it pop up after I said it. Yeah, it's propylene glycol, and it's in most of the foods we eat anyway, as or drinks that we drink. Yeah, and then there's water, and then there's vegetable glycerin, and then a little bit of flavoring, just like they flavor our foods, and then nicotine. That's primary ingredients of just about any vape juice, any reputable vape juice. Try not to get them. If you're getting them straight from China, try not to do that. Get them from a good American outlet. And if anybody wants to know some good American outlets for vape juice, email me. Email address is right at the bottom of the screen there, and I will send you to a couple of good places to get some good juice. So there you have it. Ed, is a public service announcement, man. We just completed one.
Did something good today.
We did something good. Some people learned some stuff, I hope, and I feel so much better about my weekend.
So I see you're approaching 1,000 here. You've been growing nice, like I knew you would.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Did you see that I celebrated my 839 milestone? It's a jab at YouTube. Because they're not going to show numbers after you hit 1,000. So I thought, well, screw them. I'm going to celebrate two really random numbers up until 1,000.
When are they starting that?
I don't know when it's supposed to actually. I thought it was already supposed to in September, but I think they either pushed it off or I got the dates wrong. But yeah, eventually.
They're showing on my channel.
Yeah, they still are showing on everyone's channels. But after a certain date here, very, very soon, I understand it. Once you reach 1,000, they're not going to. They're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to show it. They're not going to show it.
I think that's kind of bullshit.
Oh, I do too. That's why I'm doing this. Like right now, I'm on the road to, I don't know, 943.
I know they're taking away the messenger.
Yeah, which I think is a fool's move.
It's kind of stupid. I don't use it much, but I have a lot of connections on it, and I have used it. I think it is unwise of them.
I use it too. And it's pushed all of those groups that I'm part of right over to Discord, which is totally off the platform. I think they're idiots for killing that.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do, man? This is the same sort of late model corporation that has zero customer service. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I am, but I celebrated the 839, Jesse. I thanked every one of my 839 subscribers at that time, and I appreciate every one of the 858 as well, Jesse, of course. And I'm going to appreciate every one of the 930. What I say, 43. That's it's just a total jab at YouTube. It's like, all right, if you're going to do that, then I'm just going to be silly and start, celebrating random numbers. I don't know. It's part of my sense of humor, Ed. It can go off the rails sometimes.
Hey, crap! My dad makes me watch.
Hey, Adam, how you doing? He's right. Discord does have better features. It's a little tough for me to navigate through right now, but it is much more feature heavy than the chat. But man, it was so easy to be watching videos and things, with a group of people.
Talk.
Yeah. Now
I even have my own Discord group, but I'm, on top of everything else, I'm self-teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just adding something else.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure how to make moderators and administrations, and I don't really want to put in the time to learn yet.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. By the way, Posh Notions.
A winter project.
Oh yeah, winter project. That's exactly what I was thinking. God, I'm so tired of having to add more social media properties because I can't even keep up on the ones that I'm part of now.
I understand, but it isn't a necessary evil if you want to self-promote.
You're absolutely right, Ed. You're absolutely right, which is why we're just barreling through it. By the way, Posh Notions, Fusion 360 is what I use to do my 3D designs for my CNC machine. It exports the Q code, and I'm able to bring it into the reader, and it drives my Arduino board, and kabam, something happens in the area, and then I come up with a product. That's awesome. Oh, well, Ed, we are at an hour and 9 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's
like you were saying, your show is totally different than mine.
Oh.
My live stream is pretty much scheduled for once a week. So it could bleed into 2, 3, 4, whatever hours.
Yes.
You do this 5 days a week. Well, actually 7, including Sunday.
Yeah. Well, 6, right?
Or 6,
Yeah,
right?
6, just 6. I take Saturdays off.
So yeah, I definitely hear you, brother.
Yeah, just don't want to burn out, dude. Don't want to burn you guys out. Because if I did, 2 or 3 hour shows 6 days a week, people would stop watching those shows, I think. Now they get an hour and get to see a few people on or be on, and then boom, we're in and out. But we're going to be back the next night. So I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat in the comments whether or not you think my hour format works for you. That'd be interesting.
Well, you could do it by field too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, I can look at my analytics too.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Well, if your chat and people aren't diving off and your chat's active and you have good conversation, I think our shortest show was an hour and a half, and our longest one was over 4 hours.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Now I try and keep it at 2 and give me enough time to do a flash rate here.
Ah, dude, and I want to thank you for those flash rates, man. That's awesome. I really appreciate that.
No worries, man.
Mad Cow Mark has already want me to go longer. I don't know, Mad Cow. We'll investigate it. Yeah, any kind of raid is important, and especially from a good friend like you, man. I mean that.
I appreciate that, and hey, that's why I do it, because when you're now a personal friend, I put you up there, and we'll have to get out prospecting again here before hopefully the ice comes. And I like your content. I like your community. So bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam. The trifecta. Yeah, let's do get out before it gets too cold, Ed, in this beautiful fall in Midwest. Let's do that, all right?
Sounds good. We do want to get down to your neck of the woods here before too long.
Fantastic.
I did entertain the thought about going out with Luke Duke and this weekend, but he's even farther south than you, south of Greensburg.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know, not this weekend. Just had gold rush days, and then next weekend I have to go back to the Swank, and we're doing something with the state. It could mean a lot for the prospecting and rockhound community and inside some of the state parks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty exciting, and I hope Jesse comes. And I'm also, tomorrow, I think I'm going to get the better half, and we're going to head up to Toledo to a jewelry, gem, and mineral show.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think he said he was going yesterday. I want to try and make sure we catch up at the same time.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like fun. I love those sort of things. When you just get to walk around. We're probably going to end up down in Metamora here in a few weeks.
Metamora.
Yeah, which is they've got a huge canal days. You remember the old canals, which was the primary mode of product transportation way back in the day.
Yeah, for a brief period of time.
Yeah,
By the time they finished all of them, they were obsolete with the advent of the railroad.
Yes, they were, but they still have some operating locks down there, and it's fun to go down and see all the, the old vendors where they've got handmade stuff, and of course,
Is that in Indiana?
Oh yeah, it's kind of over your way. It's like between Indianapolis and Cincinnati.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Well, what do you say we start our weekend, Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
TGIF, everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, the Aussies are already in there, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's Saturday. There.
Oh, that's true. They are in the future. Well, Ed, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, always the pleasure.
Always a pleasure talking to you too, man. Thanks so much. And have a good weekend. Say hello to Judy for us.
Will do.
All
You
right.
too.
All right, buddy. Take care.
All right.
Oh, that is so much fun. So much fun going to those events. And I do look forward, Ed, to us getting together very soon to do some more prospecting. It's a matter of time, man. It seems like the older I get, the more busy things become. Oh, we had some late arrivals. Muscar Appraisal, how you doing, Jim and or Bob? Good to see you guys. And who else did I see jump in there? I know I saw somebody else a minute ago. Was Recycle Dude? Is that right? Recycle Dude, how you doing? Michael Myers, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Gano's home. Awesome. Well, you came in at the end, but that's okay. That's okay. We went a little over, not too bad, but it is a Friday morning, and I'm gonna get my weekend started here in a bit. Thanks everyone for being here. Honestly, like I always say, if you feel so inclined, make sure you throw down a thumbs up and or share my content. It's totally up to you. It is always appreciated, and of course, watch. You know, if you enjoy watching what I'm doing, then hey, you're free to watch. Just know that there's somebody on the other side smiling every time you do. All right. With that, I'm going to call it a day. I want to wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Make sure that you guys are just make the most of it, honestly. And for those of you who are watching after this has been processed, maybe you want to come on the show one day. Hit that subscribe button. Why not? Hit that bell so you can be notified. If you just want to watch, or if you just want to get involved in the chat with these wonderful people. Thanks so much for being here again. Thanks to my guests. And remember, always treat others the way you want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a wonderful place. Thanks, folks. We'll see you live.